Agent Romanoff. You miss me?
Oh yeah, Charles, we got ourselves an X-Men fan.
Captain.
Your Highness.
Captain, big fan, Spider-Man. Hey everyone.
Hey guys, and welcome to Film Artsy, your #1 source for all things films and movies. And WandaVision, the Disney Plus show, has been in full swing for a few weeks now and has been really interesting, especially recently, with the more elaborate storytelling that Marvel has taken on in the more recent episode, looking into everything that's kind of happened outside of what we've seen so far in WandaVision. And we're seeing a lot of returning faces and stories being told from what it looks like from the outsider perspective, rather than exactly what has been going on inside so far. But in the more recent episode, we did get a look at some returning characters that we haven't seen in quite some time, and that was something really exciting to see nonetheless. For instance, we finally saw Darcy Lewis return for the first time since Thor: The Dark World, and we even saw Jimmy Woo take on a pretty important role, with his character first appearing in Ant-Man and the Wasp. So it is interesting nonetheless to see these two characters working behind the scenes already, which does leave us relatively optimistic though with the future of this series and how it seems like the stakes are going up rapidly, that we might actually be seeing another big character reveal before the end of the series. Now, a lot of rumors and discussion websites have talked about how with WandaVision, Disney is likely going to approach this season ending or the season finale in the same way that they did with The Mandalorian, having one big reveal or big character show off that gets fans super excited for the future of Marvel. And now there's a lot of people speculating as to which character might be making that return towards the end of this series that would get fans incredibly hyped. Now, there have been some leaks suggesting certain characters that have pretty much all but been officially confirmed, which we're not going to get into for the sake of avoiding official spoilers, and we're going to keep things on a more speculative tone here, and consider what other big reveal, besides the one that's more than likely happening, could come out of nowhere and completely shock people. Now, there's a few people that we have in mind that if they appeared at the end of WandaVision would get fans incredibly hyped. One of them would be the possibility of seeing Jane Foster at the end of this series, played by Natalie Portman, to start to build up hype for her character's return later on in Thor: Love and Thunder. Now, this theory is really interesting just because it's based in the fact that we're finally seeing a return of Darcy Lewis, who also more or less hasn't been seen since around the same time as Natalie Portman's Jane Foster. And since these characters have been close, it does make sense that people are wanting to see these characters reunited. And if we look at the more recent episode, we did hear Jimmy Woo talk about how one of their agents went missing randomly, and that's what sparked this entire investigation. Could it be that Jane Foster is this agent that went missing? It is an interesting theory. Another theory that has also been circulating around as this missing agent character that could also play a major role and be this big reveal could be Lawrence Fishburne's character from Ant-Man and the Wasp. Now, Lawrence Fishburne played Dr. Bill Foster in Ant-Man and the Wasp and did have a big role in kind of knowing about the quantum realm, and he studied it for a long time, and the idea of multiple universes kind of was alluded to heavily in Ant-Man and the Wasp, and there is the possibility here that we could be seeing this character play a more integral role with the MCU moving forward, as we're starting to see other things come out of the woodworks, such as the acknowledgement of a larger multiverse and all of these different plot elements that are being planned by Marvel. But if they really wanted to pull out another surprise without using a character that necessarily may have a bigger role in an upcoming movie, like Natalie Portman with Thor: Love and Thunder, and whatever they could choose to do with Lawrence Fishburne's character moving forward, they may choose to finally bring back the actor Stellan Skarsgård, who played Eric Selvig in some of those earlier MCU movies. He was in the Avengers film and was also another scientist who played a massive role who we really haven't seen from for a long time. And a matter of fact, in an interview years ago, he did say he was signed on for one more movie, though he didn't know to what extent or when they would be calling upon him to reprise his role, if they would even choose for him to come back. Now, we have seen this be a similar case with Marvel movies, where in general they typically sign some of the minor characters on for multiple movie deals and choose not to use them or choose to bring them back for a very small extent, like what they did with Zachary Levi and his character Frandrel in Thor Ragnarok. He just got killed off very quickly. So it is interesting to see all of these possibilities of different characters that may or may not be this big massive reveal. Now we do know one of the big reveals coming up, which does cross over into spoilers, which we're not going to get into for the sake of not ruining things that are published everywhere online. People could figure it out already, and that reveal in itself will be incredibly exciting, but we know there has to be something extra with the fact that there is an agent undercover working with S.W.O.R.D. that we don't know who they are yet, and that's where the big mystery comes from. So who do you think is this mysterious agent? Let us know in the comments down below. Be sure to subscribe with notifications on for more videos like this uploaded every day of the week. That's it for today though. We'll see you all next time with a brand new video.
I'm about to.
Hi everybody.
Hey everybody, how you doing?
Hi.
See you guys.
Know anybody?